Hi, it's Alison here from the selfreliantshepherd.com, and today I wanted to do a review about my acupressure mat. So I've posted on Instagram and on Facebook before about it, so I just wanted to take a little bit of time out to review it. Something that I've been wanting to do for a while but just haven't really gotten around to. So firstly, why did I get an acupressure mat? I read, there was this like bundle that you could download, like a health bundle. I can't even remember which website it was from anymore, it was so long ago, and in the bundle there was a stress ebook, and I remember reading through this stress ebook and it mentioned about this acupressure mat and how the acupressure mat's really good for reducing stress and helping you sleep, and it helps you relax, and I was kind of curious, so I googled it, and I found out about acupressure mats. So they kind of work off the same principle as acupuncture would. So they have pressure points. They use spikes to access or to affect your pressure points, and that kind of help you relax. And there's lots of health benefits that they claim from acupressure mats, that they help you sleep, they reduce pain, they put your body into a state of relaxation. So I thought, yeah, okay, no, that's fine, I'll get myself one. So I ended up getting a acupressure mat from a company called Spoonk. Their customer service I didn't find to be the best, so their mat is awesome, but I think sort of there are a few other companies I think that would have as good acupressure mats, but I didn't really think their service was that great. So I don't know, I hesitate to sort of promote them as a company or to actually sort of, recommend them. Their acupressure mat's great, but just the service I found was really quite rubbish. So so that's my sort of take on that. But just to sort of show you what the acupressure mat is, so it's got this cover over it. So if you open up the cover, it's got like a foam layer on the inside, so it's pretty, sort of soft and comfy to lie on the other side. And then the actual acupressure mat itself, or what makes an acupressure mat, are these discs. So these are hard plastic, like you can see there, they're pretty hard, and they've got little spikes on them. So they've got a number of spikes, and you can generally buy mats that have got different amounts of spikes. So the more spikes there are, the less kind of, I suppose, intense it is. Whereas if there's fewer spikes, it's a bit more intense. So more is less intense, fewer is a bit more intense. So what the principle basically is that you lie back on the acupressure mat. You can use it on any part of your body. Primarily what I do is I've got one of those sort of contour pillows. So the pillow sort of contours to your head, and there's like a little shorter hump and then a bigger hump. So what I do is I turn the pillow upside down so that the bigger hump is under my neck, and I just kind of put my acupressure mat over that, and then I lie down. So this doesn't go all the way to the bottom of my back, it kind of goes just sort of above my crack, so from above the crack to the back of my head. What I find with the acupressure mat, I haven't really found, it relieves a lot of pain. I suppose I don't really use it often enough. I try and use it every night, but don't really get around to it. But I also think that when it comes to pain and preventative care, it's not just one thing. It's not just lying on the mat and suddenly, hey, you're healed. It's not just using essential oils and you're healed. A lot of the pain that I have in my shoulder, in my joints, is stress, working at a computer, or driving all day. So I think there's many factors. So it's holistic health. I don't think that anything, a mat or essential oils or whatever, is a magic bullet. It's holistic, and it's a bunch of different things. What I do find with the mat though is it does put me into a really deep relaxative state. Anyway, I'm really relaxed when I lie on it. I often get sort of monkey mind at night and like just thinking about heaps of stuff, and I like to lie on the mat, and it kind of just sort of really puts me into like a deep kind of relaxation state. What I do as well is I combine some of the ice blue or the deep blue or aroma touch, and I rub that on my shoulders and sort of the area where I've got the most pain, which is here at the back in my wing, and then I lie on the mat. I also use Yoga Nidra. So on my YouTube channel I've got a playlist saved of some Yoga Nidra videos. Yoga Nidra is like a non-movement yoga meditation, and I use that while I lie on the mat, or I listen to podcasts and just kind of zone out. initially it does hurt. So I mean, this is obviously plastic spikes. There've been a few times where I've just sort of by accident just put my hand on it, and it can really hurt. I've broken my skin before on it, so you'd think like, oh, it's going to be really painful, but as you lie, initially it does hurt a little bit, but then afterwards the pain just sort of gives way to this really relaxing kind of yeah, you just feel really chilled out and really relaxed. I've used it on my hips before as well, sort of like lying on my sciatica on that sort of, because I get sort of sciatica. It's just really this, what's it called, the psoas, that's the word I'm looking for, not sciatica, the psoas. Like I'll sort of lie on there and sort of roll around a bit. That's pretty good as well. I find it a bit painful to use on my legs. My legs are really sensitive, so I don't really tend to use it on my legs, but you can. I would definitely recommend getting one just in terms of being able to put yourself into a bit of a relaxing state. I remember using it with my husband, and initially he was like, oh, it really hurts, and then afterwards he was just sort of like nodding off. So it really does relax you, which I love about it. It's I think also what I like about it is it's a, I don't know, for lack of a better word, it's like a symbol of self-care. So when I take 10-15 minutes to lie on my mat in the evenings, it sort of says to myself that I care enough about myself to take a bit of time out to soothe and relax myself. So to me it becomes a symbol of self-care, and it's a inexpensive. I mean, I obviously had to pay for it, but you know, I don't have to pay repeatedly. It's an inexpensive and you know, kind of pleasant and nurturing way for me to just care for myself and love myself. So yeah, I'd say give it a go. I remember taking it with me when I went on a work trip, and one of my work colleagues was like, nah, I'm not getting on that, and the other one actually put her legs on it, and she was like, oh, it's great, it's amazing. So give it a go. It does hurt initially, but after you get over that initial pain, it really does relax you. The only regret I have with the acupressure mat is I wish at the time I'd bought the pillow as well, because you get like the pillows that contour to your head. I've kind of thought about, should I buy a pillow, but it's not that much of a priority right now that I can really think, okay, well, if I've got, you know, money for it, do I want to buy it? Because I can use my own pillow and sort of, you know, make a little sort of neck roll thing anyway. You can also just roll up a towel and put that underneath, and you know, kind of lie at the back so it really gets into the back of your neck. But yeah, that I'd say was probably my only regret, is that at the time I didn't get the matching pillow. But I really like them. I really recommend them. They're great to use, as I say, with listening to podcasts, yoga nidra, using oils, even diffusing oils. The other night I diffused cedarwood and serenity, and a bit of clary sage as well, and lay on my mat and just smelling that, you know, beautiful relaxing aroma, and lying on the mat. I was listening to yoga nidra, and I was literally just nodding off. So it's a great tool to help you relax in the evening. So I definitely recommend getting yourself one if you can, and trying it out. Yeah, I just think, again, like I said, it's just a symbol of self-care, and it helps me to remember that it's important to look after myself as well. So take care. I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions about the mat, or you'd like to know any additional information, please feel free to contact me. Just pop it in a comment below, or contact me through my blog. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.